Hey guys, well I wanted to give you an aftermath video of the this Escort here, the first run that I did with it. If you can tell, it doesn't look a whole lot different, and I'll just kind of explain to you a little bit what happened. I raced it out at the Williams County Fair in Montpelier, Ohio this past weekend, and you know, the Derby was actually pretty fun. It was pretty high paced, and there was a lot of good cars out there, but just always seemed to have some poor luck. What happened was, one of our friend Winston was out there. He took a hard hit, and something happened with his arm, went numb or whatever, and so the officials stopped the race and then made us all shut our cars down while they helped him get out of the car, make sure he was all right and all that kind of good stuff. But then when I went to restart the car, nothing happened. It just clicked, and that was all she wrote. I was basically sitting there until my time was up, and then I was done, which just stinks, but you know, it's the way it goes sometimes. But basically what happened was the battery kind of cracked open on me, and lost a couple cells, and I was only getting about 3 volts by the end of it, enough to turn the computer on, just to kind of energize it a little bit, but nothing to turn over the engine. My friend gave me a push, and then I popped the clutch and fired right up and was running like a top. So totally just a battery issue. So she's got a lot of life in her. Now what we had to do was to run there. We're not allowed to do any pre-bending or tucking, so I had to hammer all the fenders out and everything in order to run, which, you know, it took about 45 minutes out in the pits to get that done, but it wasn't too bad. The front end, I took a couple hits, did some pushing with it, you know, did some hits. It doesn't look any different. I really didn't use it that much. But I did take a couple good hits here to the front side and actually bent the strut a little bit. And when the strut bent, it wedged my tire in against the top of the tower here. So basically I borrowing some wheels and tires from our friend Jordan. He's got all kinds of goodies on for these Escorts, so he's hooking me up with a set of wheels and tires for this thing. And I'm gonna be able to get another run out of her, so that gives me a lot more clearance. Just did some scraping on the side. The only damage I have is right here in the back corner. Took a hit on I hit a Spirit, and you know, they're kind of tough cars, but I just took a little bit of a higher hit and it tore the metal. The frame is still right there and solid, but the actual sheet metal itself tore. So what I'm going to do is just, you know, hit that with a hammer, drive that in, and then I'm going to pry that frame rail up to kind of get it start packing in and even nicer. But that's really the only damage that I have to note. Tear right there in the side, but that was just from another couple hits I took and made. So yeah, I put on a couple decent hits. You know, I started out in good track position. Probably got about 4 or 5 good hits in, and then that was about it. So, you know, sometimes it's short and sweet, other times it's, you know, you can last the whole time, other times you're out right away. So, at least I got the run. I finished in the middle of the pack, you know, got my more prize money than what I paid to get in, so therefore I came out ahead in my book. But still got another run in her. Gonna run it out to the Bearfield Speedway. That's here in Fort Wayne. It's down by the airport. They have a race here on September 28th. They got a Derby, something new it sounds like they're trying, so I'm going to have this car out there and, you know, hopefully tear it up and finish her off, and because I need some more room in the garage. Got some really cool stuff next year. I got a couple new vehicles that I'm really excited and pumped about. I can't wait to tell you guys, but you're just going to have to hold off and wait a little longer until I can get to that stuff. But when you guys find out what we got in store for next year, you're gonna be pretty excited and pumped. We're gonna have some really solid cars. So there you go. A little bit of a walk around of the Escort, the aftermath from Williams County, and this thing will see another Derby. So till the next video, we'll see you later, guys.